And John asks, I have a full-time Filipino VA at $100 a week. She is not up to speed on some of the new marketing and SEO work that I need, and neither am I. She's willing and able to learn. Is it better to find extra help from specialists or to train her? So you guys should all know my answer to this. And John, man, I'm surprised you didn't know, but it's all right. We'll take you back through it. I'll talk to you about when I use specialists and when I don't. At the end of the day, 99% of the time, I would say, I train from the ground up. Okay, there are exceptions to that. All right, there are exceptions to that. Okay, when I need somebody like uber talented or with a very, very specific skill set, like, let's say, a developer to build some software, right? When we need somebody like uber creative, right? When I need somebody to build a user interface, for me, those are positions and those are examples of times where I go straight to a specialist. Okay? The rest of the time, guys, I train from the ground up. Okay? And this is how we are able to scale. This is how I've been able to scale all the different businesses I've been involved with. Okay? We train and we build processes around a system that we build, right? And we bring people in with no experience, okay, that have no preconceived notions on pay or on the topic on which they're learning and working, right? And we build them from the ground up. They come in with zero knowledge, right? And our goal is to train them into being an expert, right? And an expert on our team. And a lot of the times, right, we'll bring somebody in, they'll flourish, they'll do a great job, and over time, right, they'll start doing their own thing. And sometimes eventually, right, they even go off to do bigger and better things, right? Like we essentially train them out of a job. And that's fine too, right? But at the same point, we're getting a whole lot of service from that individual, right? We're getting a whole lot of labor, we're getting a whole lot of hours, and it's a win-win relationship, right, for me as the employer and them as the employee. Give me a 2 if that makes sense to everybody. Okay, where I see a lot of people, John, and everybody else on the call, where I see a lot of people get this wrong is they aren't involved in the creation of the systems or the processes, right? It's just they bring somebody on, right? It's the second or third person they interviewed. They're like, yeah, you seem perfect for the job, right? That person is not an expert, right? They're supposed to train them, but then they don't put in any effort. And it's like, all right, go read this article. Okay, great. So now go and do that. Great job. And then they come back a week, a month, 6 months, 3 months later, right? And they want to discipline that person or be firm with that person, right? When they were never involved in helping create the process. So I believe that you have to be involved in creating the systems and processes, right? And that either you're going to create them yourself or you're going to be very actively engaged with your team in creating those processes, okay? At least early on. You know, down the line, down the road, is there somebody on your team, right, that you could pay, right, to be in charge, right, to be your manager, to be your operations officer, right, to be your COO, 100%, to be your CTO, yes, right, but that's not going to happen overnight. Okay, for me, there's no other way around it unless you pay through the nose for a quote-unquote expert. And I can tell you guys, when I have hired people that are experts, most of the times it has fallen by the wayside from me, right? It hasn't worked out well. Okay, so on my team, everybody that does marketing, everybody that does support, right? Everybody that runs SEO processes, etc., right? They come in from the ground up with very, very limited knowledge.